Hello movers, I'm Gina. Welcome to my channel. Sometimes you just want to do a specific focused workout, and so that is exactly what we're going to do today, especially if you're short on time and you just really want to get a leg or arm workout in. We're going to do leg focus today. I'm going to add the ball for some of the exercises, but it's not necessary. You can still do this workout without a ball. But we're going to go ahead and get started without the ball. So you can set that down. I'm using a chair for some of our standing work. You could just use a wall as well. Just for convenience, I'm going to use the chair today. Okay, let's start with a little bit of warm up. So we're going to warm up our feet first. I want you to press through halfway and then all the way through the tops of the toes. I'm not putting any weight on it. And then halfway down to reverse, all the way down. Second side, press through the ball of your foot and just rolling through your toes to get your toes articulated. Like movement all the way through all 5 toes. Press and lift, press and down. Press and lift, press and down. One more. Good. There's a lot of muscles in our feet, so we want to try and warm them all up. Pick up all toes, spread them out nice and wide, set them down, and pretend you're picking up something like a towel. Scrunch them together, pick them up, spread them out, set them down. One more time. Scrunch, lift, open, and down. Good. Now we're going to do a full flick all at once. This is where you really start to get to work through all the muscles of our feet. All the way up, all the way down. 4 more. 2, 1. Nice. And then we're going to take a nice little squat, and arms can go forward and up, down, and up. For this squat, you want to stay in a flat back, a neutral spine position. I'll show you from this side. So hips go backwards, hinging right here. Knees don't really move forward. They stay pretty stable. They move maybe just a little bit forward. 3 more. Just a little warm up here. 3. Keep our head in line with our spine. 2. It's easy to let it drop down too low, and that can put stress in your low back. So you want to keep it nice and neutral. Good. All right. And then we're going to take a wide stance here and do an external rotation at our hips, a little turn out at the hip. For this, just go as far as it's comfortable in your turnout. Don't force it. You can just put strain on the knee if you do that. So just a wide stance, and then lift up through your core, hands on your hips, and we're going to go just do a nice little, called a plie, nice little bend to protect your knees. Anytime you're doing a squat or a plie, you want to use your quad muscles to engage. Pull the kneecaps up first before you go down. Each time, pull them up. And then that puts a little less stress on the knee and puts the work right where we want it, right into our leg muscles. So, yep, arms to the side. 2 more to go down and hold this one. Now just lift one heel up and down, and then the other. Good. Now we're warmed up a little bit, starting to get into the work in our thighs is what we want. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold this last one up. This heel stays up. Now we're going to do a little deeper bend and rise, but not all the way back up. Just nice and small. So you can start to feel the work here in this leg. This is your support leg here. 5, 4, 3. Hips nice and even. 2. We're not going to take a rest. We're going to go right down with this heel, and then this heel lifts. And then the same thing here. Little movements oftentimes are more work than the big movements. Keep a nice lift in your core muscles. We have 4, 3, 2. Hold right here, both heels down. Now, if you can grab onto your chair or the wall, lift both heels up, both heels down. Right? Other arm can go to the side. 4 more. Keep breathing. Try not to hold your breath. Last one. Hold. Now slide down, slide up just a little bit. Slide down, slide up. I want you to imagine that there's a wall behind you and you're sliding up and down the wall from head to tailbone. So we're not pitched forward. We are gliding. 3, 2, 1. Rise all the way up. Then your heels go down. Excellent. Okay. Now go ahead, grab your ball. So place on the inner thighs. This is where you can hold on to your chair. All right, so we're going to start with a squat. So we're going to squat. And just like we did before when we warmed up, it's a flat back or a neutral spine position. You don't want it on the inside of the knees. It's on your thighs. Good. You could do this with a yoga block or a towel rolled up, or you don't have to use anything at all. Tracking your knees right over your, really, it's like your second toe that you're trying to aim for. Go down and hold. Now squeeze the ball. Pulse it. Working our inner thighs. 4 more. 3, 2, stay right here. Now lift both heels. Lower both heels. Lift and down. Lift. If this is not feeling good in your feet, too much work in your feet, you can just hold your squat and you could pulse the ball and hold for 3, 2. Now everybody hold. If you got your heels up, keep them up and just little glides. Glide down, glide up, glide down and up. Small movements. You could do this with your heels down if it doesn't feel good on your feet with your heels up. 4, 3, 2, rise all the way up. Stay right here. You're either on your toes if you can or just standing on your heels, flat foot. Squeeze the ball. Now we're trying to engage the glutes a little bit more and the inner thighs. It's not a big movement. I'll show you from the front. But we're working the glutes. I'm doing a little squeeze more from the back side of the leg. Small movement, but it helps the inner thigh engage the deeper pelvic floor muscles. Whenever you're upright, you're really trying to think of lifting internally, like a little elevator, right? Abs lift, they pull in and up. We'll go 4 more squeezes. 3, 2, 1. Heels down. Okay, do a little turnout at your hips, keeping the ball here, and we squeeze here. So squeeze right into the ball. What I want you to think about is a wrapping of your thighs, external wrap all the way down the thighs. So squeeze, little squeezes. Squeeze from the back and the glutes and the thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up and down, up and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to do a smaller turnout. So press your heels together, really squeezing the ball into the small turnout. Now we'll rise up, and from here, we're going to bend the knees and down just a little bit, right? Just a little. And you're going to keep your spine nice and tall. Every time you come up, you squeeze the ball even more. 4. And if there's no ball, if you don't have a ball, you're just squeezing your thighs together. 2, 1. Go down, hold. From here, take your thighs, press them in and out. In and out. It's a small movement. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can come down. I went back to parallel there. Good. Now, back to parallel position, toes straight forward. You're going to rise up and go all the way down into your squat and rise up to your toes, all the way down. Nice neutral spine. Again, just do squats if your feet feeling like they're tired or this doesn't feel good on the bottom of your feet. 3, 2, hold this next squat down. Hold. Now pulse your squat, right? Little pulses here. So Again, it's not so much in the knees going forward. You want to avoid that. You want more hips back. 3, 2, hold the squat right here. We're just going to stay right here. You can do hands here together at your chest or on your chair if you have one. And now go deeper, deep into your squat. Rise up just that little bit. Deep. Slow, sustained, deep movement here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise all the way up. Nice. Take your ball. Now this kind of depends on what pants you're wearing. So they might stay there and it might come out. So do your best you can. If it doesn't work, just do it without the ball. You're going to hold the ball back here and squeeze it. You probably can't even see that I'm squeezing it. It's very small movement, but pressing calf into the hamstring. Now you're going to go ahead and you're going to lift that leg out to the side and down, side and down. Again, with or without your ball. Stand nice and tall. Now we're going to take a hinge forward. So standing leg is working more now, as well as the back leg with the ball. Now little lifts. So it's a lift up, keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Come to standing and grab your ball. Okay, side 2. Good job, you guys. Grab your ball, squeeze it, stand tall, and then pulse the ball. So calf presses the ball into your hamstring. This is a nice little hamstring exercise. 3, 2, 1. Take your ball out to the side and back down. Not too high. You don't want your pelvis to get involved, right? Too much. You just want the leg moving really in the ball and socket joint. Working your outer thigh, outer glute. All right, pitch forward. The standing glute is working. Now you're going to lift and lower. Lift, keeping your head right in line with your spine. Shoulders down. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up to standing. Good. Grab your ball. Set the ball down. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead, slide one leg back. So I'm going to take a little bend in the knees first. Nice neutral spine. Slide one leg back. From here, we're going to work the gluteal fold area. So that's where you want to move from the top. That is where your glute and hamstring meet, right here. That is where I want you to think about these nice little leg lifts. Main thing you want to work is that you're not arching your back like this, right? Scoop the belly in. Might even put my hands lower, or you could even turn your chair around and put your hands right down on the seated chair. But we don't want a lot of weight in the arms, right? Just work in your thigh. Now rainbows, side to side. Square your hips off so their hip bones are looking straight forward, right? We don't want to twist. That puts pressure on the standing knee. Good. Rise up to standing. Side 2. A little pitch forward. Slide your leg back and lift. I mean, you can also do hands on hips right here too as another option. Don't have to go too high. And little rainbows. Side to side. Side to side. Up and over. Nice long spine. Abs pulled in. We'll go 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up to standing. Nice. All right, nice deep breath. And now we're going to do a full pitch forward and go into a full straight line right here. This is really working your standing leg, glute, and hamstring. Try not to open too much in your hips. Keep them as level as you can. Good. And we're going to bend and extend. You can flex your ankle too here. Sometimes that helps. Really getting into our hamstring. So your standing leg can have a slight bend in it here. 2, 1. You can rise up. Inhale, exhale, hinge forward. Here we go. Bend and straighten. Maybe one hand on, right? Not a lot of weight into the chair itself. Almost there. You got this. 4, 3. Try to keep your thigh up so it's not dropping down. 2, 1. Rise up to standing. All right, good. Now we'll be in a little turned out position. Take a little plie or bend in your knees. Lift up in your core. One leg is going to go tap forward, taps. Okay. Focus on your up, up. 7, 8 to this side, up. 3, 2, 1. Now to the back, you can pitch forward a little bit, right? And little up on the back. Working just right here at your thigh. Don't let it go into your low back, right? So you draw your abs in. 3, 2, 1, and to standing. Side 2. All right, take a little bend on the standing leg, and we're focusing on the up. Standing tall, you can take the other arm out to the side. And then to the side with your leg. 3, 2, 1. Take it to your back, and then little pulses up. Good, and back to standing. So lift this leg up. We're going to do a little bend in this knee, a little curtsy, tap the floor behind you, and then take it back up. This is very important here, the position of this knee, keeping it over the toes. So the knee doesn't want to go forward or out too far to the side. 2 more. 2, 1. Come up and hold. All right, extend and bend. Try not to sink into your standing leg as we start to get fatigued. We got to really stand up tall. Wrap your thigh around, working the back of the glute. You're almost there. Last one, and leg down. All right, other leg up. Wrap your thighs, and then the little curtsy, and back up. Go a little lower, and take that foot back a little further for a little bit more work. Knee right over toes. 2 more. 2, 1, and extend. Wrap. It's really about the standing leg, right here, the standing leg. 4, 3, 1. Back down. This time, parallel leg position. Wrap your thighs, stand up nice and tall. Shift a little to the side. We're going to just do some straight leg lift here. You want a little extra balance work? Take your arms both up. Good. And now we're going to go into circles. So I had to slow it down a little with my arms up. Try to stabilize your pelvis and your standing leg. Go the other way. 2, 1. Bring it down. Side two, you could also put your hands right here. Right? You could turn around and face the other way if you have your chair. Standing leg zip up. Almost there. If it starts to feel like strange in the hip or stressful, bend the standing knee a little bit. That's a way you can modify. All right, circles. Slow it down for the circles. Definitely feeling the fatigue in my standing leg. A little balance work. Go the other way. And come back down. You can slide your chair away. Come back into that position where we started at the beginning, where it turned out. And we'll go ahead and take a nice plie right here. And let's bring our arms forward and up. Nice deep bend and up. Good. One more. Good. Let's do one. Nice side bend. Keep your hips stable. And up. Side bend the other way. Big breath. And stack back up. Then go to your chair if you have one here. You can set your ball down and come to the front of your chair. We're going to stretch your glutes. So we'll take one leg up to the figure four position here. First, just upright in your torso. Your standing knee stays right over your standing ankle so that you're not shifted one way or the other. And then equal weight on both your sits bones. And then take a little lean forward, a hinge forward. That's going to deepen the stretch in your outer glute. Now, I didn't round forward because that's more about your back. Just a little hinge forward. Hold for a little longer. Go into a little hamstring stretch. So straighten that leg. I'm going to rest my forearm here on my bent knee. Same idea. I'm going to hinge forward in a flat back as opposed to rounding. That puts stress in your back. Create length in your spine. And then rise up. And then we'll stretch the other side. Knee over. Second toes is what you're going for. And then weight even on both sits bones. If I shifted to the side, it would look like this, right? And that's what the body wants to do a lot of times here. Try and avoid that. You're going to get a better stretch, and it's also safer, right? That's where we risk injury when we're not holding things stable and we're sinking into this stretch. You should get a really nice stretch now on the outer glute. Hinge forward if you can. I'm taking longer breaths now, right? Settling in, cooling down. I know it takes time to stretch, and sometimes when we're short on time, we don't want to. But it doesn't take that long, really. And it's super important. Your body will thank you later, as opposed to not stretching and being maybe not so super happy with you. Okay, good job. You guys did great. Come on up. All right, thanks for joining me today on the mat, and I will see you next time.